All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me. Hmm. So I was trying to stream in that new platform, and it's literally stuck on preparing stream. It's like I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's not sure. I'm not sure what it's doing. I'm not sure why it says preparing. Oh well, I tried. It's odd. It says connected. Everything says good. Everything says online. Huh. No idea. I guess I'll have to send them an email. Um, Hold on one sec. Uh, all right. Looks and sounds okay. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, I have no idea. Um, actually, you know what? I'm gonna send something real quick. All right, there we go. All right. So we're gonna get rolling. I sent my message. I did my due diligence. I tried to help out, but hey, I can't help it. All right. So currency market really kind of unfazed right now. 24 hours. We're really seeing really not much. Pound yen was a little bit better. It was like you know it's about what 55 pips during the Nadex presentation. We're back down to 16 right now. So um, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's a flat Monday, but again, some great spikes right around CPI time. Consumer sentiment will come in at 10 today, so we'll see what that really has to come through. Um, I think right now the CPI obviously a big deal. I don't see it down here, but this was the largest jump in inflation since 1982. So it's like our parents' time frame. Crazy. Or my parents' time frame anyway. Um, Highest amount in like 40 years. That is insane. Um, yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's like I mean just to fathom that like highest amount in 40 years. Um, I don't know. It's weird. And you know what's funny? Yeah, exactly, Sean. That's what and I was just gonna say that. What's odd about it is I haven't seen right. I haven't seen any of those like after the whole I don't know. I felt like I saw a million bumper stickers for the last presidential candidate. I saw a million of them before, right? Right. I don't see many bumper stickers now. The bumper sticker. I feel like the bumper sticker craze is over. So I'm wondering again, does this go back to the whole thing? Did I vote for or did I vote against? Like I felt like yes, there were people. I felt like with like at least with Hillary, like I felt like there were people voting for Hillary, right? I mean, part of her thing was, hey, I'm a woman. You should, if you're a woman, you should vote for me, right? So I felt like there was people that actually voted for Hillary, although I feel like a lot more actually voted against Hillary, right? But I felt like Hillary did have some force, right? I don't know that there's many like for Biden, right? Bloomberg News is trying really hard to not insulate Biden. Yeah, they wrote them all off. Yeah, I feel like it's. I mean, Sean, right now, I mean, I think the biggest problem right now is um, you gotta almost kind of have to insulate yourself, right? I mean, if you were allied too much with a person, it's kind of like the whole cancer culture was like, that's it, cancel them, right? Um, I'm actually, you know, I actually kind of like the idea of some of these celebrities being like, yeah, I don't need that job. Like, I'm gonna stand by my beliefs, not what you need. Like, cancer culture is a thing, sure, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like a bully, right? A bullying only works if you allow it to happen. When you stand up to the bully, it no longer is an issue. I feel like the cancel culture is basically just it's like a mass bully movement at this point. Like some of the celebrities that are standing up to it, because I mean, you're allowed to have your beliefs. That's what it's America. That's what we're supposed to do, right? We're allowed to have beliefs, right? It's freedom of speech and religion, and again, everybody's entitled to their own beliefs, right? The fact that like, oh, you shouldn't have your job because you don't believe in vaccines. Great, it's their choice if they don't want to believe in it, right? Like, I mean, I'm selective. I believe in some, I don't believe in other vaccines. I believe that there should be accountability for all. And that's not, again, the lobbyists have got no accountability. So I just, I'm kind of anti that aspect of it. But somebody shouldn't lose their job because they have an opinion. Like, they're paid to be an actor, right? We pay them to memorize lines, to read things, to character play, that kind of stuff, right? And meanwhile, at the same time, what do we have? The dude from The Wire yesterday. What's his name? Jesse, I can never get his last name right. Smollett, something like that. 5 out of 6 of the charges against him, he got a guilty verdict for lying about, basically paying those two guys to beat him up to try to get, publicity or whatever, right? Like, that's the kind of crap we're dealing with, right? Cancel that guy. He lied, made a situation even worse, right? He inflamed the situation, made it worse, right? And it's like that's the culture we live. Like, again, it's one of those things. But yeah, I see very very few Biden bumper stickers. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, let's see. New comment on YouTube. He's going to jail. No, he's not actually. We all knew they lied. He's not going to jail. He's getting like probation for it. See, now it's kind of crazy. All right, now I probably have 12 streams going on right now. Live, live, live. Do I have two? Oh man, I all right. So that should be there. All right, hold on, guys. Now I got to figure out YouTube eyes what I have. I just got 3 emails because like whenever I go live. All right, there we go. So what else is streaming? How is there two? It showed me that there's a different title, so I'm kind of like, oh god, what did I do with the title? Yeah, there's 2 streams going live right now. All right, I'm gonna have to figure this out. This is kind of fun and exciting. So yeah, there's two. There are two. Um, that's yeah. I mean, he's basically. I think Ernest. I believe that he's in like social jail. But yeah, basically, he's getting like 3 years probation or something like that, like house arrest probation. Not house arrest, but just probation. That like he crosses the street. But again, remember all the drama when it happened? Oh, these were race and he was beaten up because he was black and gay, right? Like, come on, man. Like, you paid 2 guys, you're guilty of doing it for publicity, and it's like, what type of problems did that cause? Other problems that cause, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like people are just, uh no, he hasn't the sentencing hasn't happened, but based off of the crimes, it's like 3 years probation, you know. Um I think the sixth one is the only one that he couldn't. But yeah, it's basically all of them are like 30 months or 36 months probation. Um yeah, but I think that's just the article I read. Who that Nigerians made? I know, right? The whole thing was kind of weird. Um, now, see, this is what's kind of strange about this. Let's see. Go across. An error has occurred in setting up your stream. All right, I got it. But yet, 2 things are still live. All right, so I did get an update. It did say, um, I don't know. Um, it said that there was an error setting it up, but yet it is still. Let's see. Is it still streaming? Let's see. Um, let's see if both are still going. Yep, both are still going. So I don't know. I tried my best, but it is not. Let me try it one more time. Let's see if we can prepare it. It may be going. Like I said, this is so weird. There are 2 streams running live, but one on Share Vision, one not. I don't know. Weird. Like I said, I was trying to get it to work, but it's kind of new here, so I don't know. Cost the state money. He's going to jail. I vote for jail. Yeah, I mean it costs state money. It costs the police money. Right? There was some backlash from it. There was actually some bad backlash from it. So yeah, but anyway, back onto kind of what we're covering today. We'll see when I hit stop streaming what's live, what's not live at this point. Um, it is interesting that there are 2 YouTube streams running, so we'll see. I feel like watch for later. I don't know. That's what I get for trying to set it all up through one platform. Anyway, so with CPI over, that's out. We know the VIX is down from it. Saturday we have no news. Sunday we have no news, and Monday really no news either. Let's see. Do we have any low quality news Monday? A stability report, not really. So it looks like Monday we're pretty clear. Tuesday when we have PPI is going to be the next real big release that we really need to worry about. And again, that's the main one that the government looks at. So yeah, so we'll see what we have for today. All right. Big news. The only thing I really saw noteworthy news wise, um, U.S. inflation likely surge. Yeah, I've got it. There was some data out of China. So China's economy is facing diminishing demand and supply stock issues. I saw that there was another one down here. Vehicle sales in China fall 9.1%. Um, it's the seventh consecutive monthly fall, which I feel like is also a kind of a big deal. And I'm curious if they will ease. So again, easing tensions in Taiwan. Like you think that the United States is going to go after Russia for going into Ukraine. Watch what happens if China goes into Taiwan and that kind of prolonged kind of staring match there, right? With them dropping in sales again for this seven consecutive months in a row, I feel like they would slap some economic sanctions on China. And the way that they're having issues right now, that would be bad for China's economy. With Evergrande kind of blowing up and stuff like that already, and other developers out there, China's got to be kind of tread on light water right now. Unfortunately, um, not that I think that the United States would be overly hard on China. Put it this way, if it was Trump, I think Trump would have been extremely aggressive because he's trying to, thwart them in the future. Versus, what we're dealing with right now. I think it's a little bit different, a little bit softer of a policy. And again, everybody's like, "Hey, China needs to kind of tone it down, right? They need to. So, I think that's where is it? November. Whoops. No, not November. Trying to get back down to a single day. Um, so a little bit different of a policy, but again, it's interesting to see kind of some of the issues that China is starting to have. So, with that, let's go over and start cranking through currencies. Look at that natural gas already retracing. Um, we'll start with Aussie dollar. Whoops. We gotta hope I didn't click it. All right, so immediately we saw a little bit of a pop. All right, so yesterday we were sitting right in this range over here. There's a little bit of a difference. And again, while we saw for this one for this 9:30 or 8:30 release, we saw price pull back in the area of demand, and it was a nice little pop of about 36 pips. The dollar went straight down. Aussie dollar is probably not the best place to play it, but again, it's something we were able to see. Um, hold on, I'm clicking over here. Yeah, it's so crazy. This channel hasn't streamed at all. You know what? Let me try something real quick. Hold on one sec. Let me let me try one thing real quick, guys. Let's pull this over here. I'm trying to see. Um, Unfortunately, I can't stop that. Let's go live. Let's click all these things off. Let's change this thumbnail to this. One sec, guys. One sec. One sec. One sec. Public. Yes. 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 Create stream. Let me pull restream back in real quick. Edit settings. One sec. One sec. One sec. One sec. Um, Copy. Never. Let's go live studio. All right, it's showing it. That should be good. And let's see if that's going on. Oh, there we go. All right, looks like that worked. All right, wonderful. All right, I got it. That was weird. Yeah, so I guess it did work on the second attempt. There we go. Okay, let's see if that's going on. Got it. All right, cool, got it. I vote for jail too, Debbie. Debbie's like, yeah. All right, so got that one finally to kind of kick in. Don't know what the heck was happening with that one. Still have, let's see, I think YouTube is still streaming in two different locations. Yes, YouTube is still streaming in two different spots. Not sure why, but whatever. We'll figure it out later. Um, All right, so Aussie took an immediate bounce again. Simple parabolic retracement based move. Again, it's in an area. Let's go back up to the 30-minute. You can see it's an area where we had sellers, and again, it was a European session reversal on that one, sitting up in this zone. So again, not surprising that that's where it turned. We were really looking for a better entry up top, and unfortunately, it just really kind of coming back down again. So I think right now, I think this one continues to roll lower. Again, the CPI was good for the dollar. Is there any buying opportunities in this area? Not really, especially on a Friday. Australian market's already closed. U.S. market will probably retrace back again. I do think we come down and sit on the 71.22, and I think this is a pretty decent level. Again, it was an original. This is an old zone that was violated. It acted as a top here and a top here, and then became a bottom. And if we really wanted to kind of dial it in a little bit more, I would say that we can kind of take a smaller kind of buying area. I think target wise, 71.22 is our first pop, and then again, we're looking for some basing and maybe a crash. But if we're looking for a reversal on maybe a Sunday night time frame, that would be sitting in here at. Actually, let's move it over here for more of a Sunday night thing. That would be more of a 71.20 range, which I think is a decent bounce. And again, this would be probably more Sunday night. Let's see, we got about 38 pips to run down there. We could absolutely cover that today. I probably not a late day thing, but again, if we can gap into that zone, I think that's a great way to start off next week. With a little bit of Aussie pressure, and again, remember FOMC is not till Wednesday next week. We do have some Aussie data earlier in the week, so again, could be a good opportunity today. Again, it's just retracing back. I think we'll get stuck in this that kind of area demand on here, and there's not going to be a whole lot of movement for us to go through. Aussie yen. As you can see, Aussie yen had even less. We knew we were already butt up against a zone. We had this kind of small, trade yesterday. The larger zone again would have been from this area across. Little tiny spike, nothing big. Again, we're more in the bearish situation right now. Had you taken it yesterday, it drove down, bounced right off our target area twice, and then broke through. And then if I maintain this across, you can see that this was a popular area, right? Bounce, bounce, base, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, broke through, pulled back again, came back up and used it again, and we're at that same level. So psychological level more than anything else. I would say kind of the same sentiment on this one, more bearish for today. Unfortunately, there's no setup on it right now, being at 10 o'clock. I think for shorts, again, short side targets to the downside are still going to be 80.68 down here. Tested level, and again, I do like the racetrack potential for it for next week, but right now there's really not a whole lot you're going to be able to not a whole lot that we're going to be able to do with it right now, right? Again, kind of stuck in a little bit of demand in here, but any longs are going to have issues coming through this level, particularly on a Friday. And again, Fridays are the get out early day, so yeah, not much we can do with it. Euro pound, there was our pullback, and you can see it's still grinding, and it got super close. It hasn't gotten out of it yet. Interesting enough, we talked about the little hiccup we're going to have the wick over wick here and the basing. If we extend it across, you can see that old wick over wick is exactly what kind of provided the top side selling pressure. One touch and two touches and continues. So again, this one we're pretty close to getting out. Like I said, their market ends in about an hour, hour and a half. We've already been down. We've almost gotten there. Actually, let me extend it across. Did we get out? No. Close. Probably within a few. This is probably a pip bet gang here. Let's see. 0.5. So not even a full pip that this one is maintained its longevity. So yeah, close. But again, obviously this one you're not losing money on at this point. We had the clean break, and again, great Harry Potter example for those that are new that are logging in. Again, drop, base sideways, pop back up, grab it, and continue to drive to the downside lower. So not bad, decent, going towards that profit of 85.24. I think going into next week, this one will be kind of interesting to watch. Up top, I still love this tested level. Probably not willing to take another one off 85.84, but I do love how this one came back up and tested the spacing level. Coming in here at 85.88, great level, love it. I think on vice versa on the other side, unfortunately, none of these are really great levels. Let's see where those Fib people got involved. Right around the 50. Let's run it the other way. Let's see where we get a pullback from. We need to move down a bit more. I'd love it to come down to this level. I think this would be a great kind of target for this. Again, this is at forecasting with fibs. If we get it, it will bring us an area of sellers right around that 50% retracement at 85.48. And again, that would be messing around with the buyers. And again, I don't love the buyers down here. Unfortunately, the way that the candles were drawn is not ideal for me. Um, yeah, really, I mean, 80. This is the best test right here. Um, so yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at here. And let's see if we bring it all the way down to this level, that would be interesting. Yeah, for right there. Um, Again, if we do push all the way down to that level, I'm kind of looking for kind of forecasting into the future. As we push back down again, looking for potential fib trades in the future. There is an area of basing. That's where our target is. That 85.24. If we come down in base, that could be the next area where we look for pullbacks to, based off of that same level. So an old area of interest, kind of sitting right in that level right there. And again, it just happens to be straddling the 50% retracement based off of a full run to 84.50. So could be an interesting run on that one. Today again, just it's about capturing your profit on this one, and again, you may already be out. If not, again, you're trailing a stop behind this one. Looking across at euro yen, obviously more yen based. Our target was going to be this dotted line from yesterday. The parabolic move up, we found the sellers up at 128.93. Ding, ding, ding. There's one, two, and three. And number four is obviously what broke. That's what we're prepared for. I would say our next one is still a short up of a break of 127.36. Um, I think we have some problems here, right? We got buyers, 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 buyers. Pretty nice group put in right there. So again, you know, it turned at these two tests. We got one test lower, one test lower, one test lower, and actually another test lower before this zone. So we got a lot of chunk through on this. Um, like I said, still like the Harry Potter South on this one when we break through 127, but I want to see what type of basing level we have in there. And again, we actually let's see. It is 50 pips down. We're probably not going to break through that level, but in preparation for Sunday, if we break into, and really not so much this, I'm going to change this to a yellow, um, just to kind of get a little bit more clearance from it. This was an area of buyers, and it was tested. So with no U.S. trader involved, if we kind of gap over and we get into here, right? Right here, this could be a potential long opportunity for a Sunday night based trade. So again, decent, not bad, right? Not horrible. I would say kind of watch out for that one. And yeah, yeah, not too horrible. Oh, hold on one second. Let me see. Let me copy this real quick. Whoops. Don't switch. Bring this across. Um, one sec, guys. A second. There we go. Because I spelled looking wrong. Do me a favor, check Discord real quick. All right. If you guys have multiple windows there, pop that one up as well. All right. So look for this one to continue and kind of, I would say, probably meander around. Potential long opportunity for Sunday night. And again, once US traders get on a break of 127.37, drops us down to 126.88. Euro dollar wise. Okay. So yesterday we drew this about coming back down. And then again, we're looking for long at news release time, right? News release time was actually over here. Sometimes this moves when we switch between time frames. Again, this is where we wanted to be, right? There's kind of what we're looking for, right? Ideal setup in this one. Your 1 to 3 is already hit, obviously. And again, this was a setup from yesterday in preparation for CPI early. Again, level, tested, came down, actually hit it at that 6:30 time frame, pulled back to it right at 7:30. And again, we exploded off of it. 1 to 3 actually is sitting right there. So we're well beyond, unfortunately, at this rate. And again, standard parabolic retracement move, right? We spiked up, had an area. Now this is, let's see, let's dive down to a 15. Yeah, right there. Here's your level of basing, right? There's your level of basing. Your first explosive candle is this one right here. You can see that's exactly what we came up and touched. So again, if you wanted to trade it pre-news, again, came right back down. You can see tested here, came down and tested it, exploded off, parabolic retracement move, retraced all the way back down to the move. Either way, I think we were pretty much golden on it. That one was out very, very fast. Let's see downside. Were we able to get the full 1 to 3 on that? 1, 2, and 3 is right there. So super, super close to the 3. And actually, this one I wouldn't have held 1 to 3 wise. Profit target on this one should have been placed right here, the start of the candle behind the big move. So it would have been on 1 to about 2.8. Facebook login unavailable for the app. They got to make it difficult. Do you need to log in, Sean? I don't think you need to log in. Sean, who uses a Facebook login? Come on. Use your Google login. I know you got one. Uh, right? Um, but anyway, yeah, so this one has provided two different trading opportunities. Obviously we had the one short from up top here. Again, parabolic retracement move post news, and then again we had the sell on the upside, the pre news move CPI right there. So again, no matter which way you traded the euro, you should have run it in both directions, and it's been a decent runner. It should have been a simple capture. Basically 45 up. You would have probably captured 30 on the way up, and then vice versa on the way down. It moved about 39 down. Again, we typically are shooting for 30. 37 is where the actual profit target would have been. So 60 pips in about an hour, hour and a half. So not bad over there on the euro. Switching across to the pound yen. Pound yen, obviously, big drop. This is all yen based. Unfortunately, this one, there was a small zone. And again, it rallied right up at this 830 candle. We're sitting right here. And again, super, super ugly, but it pushed right up to it. Um, you could have said, okay, well, wait a second there. There's one there. But, in reality, that didn't really have the explosive move off we typically like. It would have been this level. And unfortunately, we didn't even spike up at that in the 830. So had you taken this one Nadex short, you would have gotten about 50 or about 50 pips right now out of it. So had you used the lower level, I actually don't even know where the call spreads are. Pound yen would have been obviously a proxy with the yen there. So is it what I would have used? Probably not. But again, if you had used options on this one, you would have been fine. You wouldn't have got stopped out because of the optionality of it, and it came back lower. And I would say kind of probably the same area. Where the blue area is probably where we're going to hit again. Um, I'd be cautious with a long. I mean, we really had the one long over here. We had the one long here. We had the long here again. I think watch out for it. I think it's our downside target for today, the 149.52. But be cautious. Again, European market only has a little bit of time left to go in it. The rule is typically three hits and we're out. And again, arguably one, two, push it to the brink. Three, I think that was this was your Christmas gift if you got into it a third time. I probably wouldn't mess with this one. And after this, again, we got to see what the reset looks like over the weekend. There is a small zone below. So, although it is a decent runner, there's about 61 pips to capture. We got a small level here and buyers stepping in there. So, kind of want to see where we go with it. You know, at this point, I would say still maintain bearish on this one. But after we hit that 149.52, it's probably it's a Friday. Pack it up early. Hit happy hour at noon. Is kind of what it is. Um, Laggy for me there though. Yeah, it's interesting, Sean. When I had the time on, the time actually had us only 1 second behind on mine. And remember, mine is always going to be faster. Um, Looking across at it now, and again, it's on a different browser. It is a little bit fuzzy. It is a little bit fuzzy. So, oh, you know why? It's because I had it set to 720. Let's see. Oh, there you go. It's perfectly clear at 1080. So yeah, interesting. Um, yeah, I like I said, new experience with that, so I just wanted to check it out. All right, pound dollar. So pound dollar, we had. I mean, this is kind of textbook as well. We talked about the news is going to be CPI in the morning. Price literally ran up there right at 830, came up and grabbed that level, and now it is retraced back again. It's down about 35 pips, and again, I wouldn't have taken the entire zone. I would have just been looking for it to get up there in range. And again, pound dollar is more of a news based trade. Um, yeah, but it's retracing back again. I would say at this point, we had drawn it yesterday, coming all the way back down to the 131.66. Probably where it's going to go. Let me see where if the dollar index is approaching anything. Where is it at? Yeah, dollar index has really kind of pulled back a lot. Dollar strength coming back in. Hmm. I would say right now this is probably over. It's probably done its move again, finding some buyers. It may roll down a little bit more, but I don't think there's a trading opportunity for this afternoon in it. Um, you know, let's see, 6 o'clock. Let's see, 5:30 closes down. Yeah, I would say right now there's probably, kind of the same thing. I would maintain dollar strength. But again, most of the move has already happened. The retracement has occurred from news today. Let's bring this back up to a 30-minute. Mm, Yeah, I'd say it's probably going to come down again. I'm going to see it based down on this level, the 131.67. I do love this level. Kind of let's see. It's got to move about 50 pips to the downside. It absolutely can cover that this afternoon. I think Sunday night, this would be a decent area to go long from. Again, no U.S. interference, so it's purely going to be a dollar or a pound based play on Sunday night. They'll come in earlier than we do, but I think if we can get close to this level or drive down and then the European session starts, I think that could be a nice little opportunity to kind of rally this one back up again. And we do have pound news early next week, so a little bit, right? Um, I think it's a pretty decent opportunity. So we'll see. But I think right now the news move has already happened. There's not much to do with that. Dollar CAD, you can see dollar CAD was a little spiky. 830 really kind of pushed it down. Found some testing. I mean, really, I would say that here is kind of the zone that you'd be focused on. The ascending candles here and the test of it. It hit it and took off. Is it a trade you guys could have taken for news this morning? Yeah. I don't know that you're out of it right now, though. Let's see. Yeah, you're already out. So your 1 to 3 came off that news spike. Dollar cab would not have been the ideal proxy in my eyes to trade it, but you could have. And again, tested level, right? This is not really. I guess either one could have given you the test. You could have said, "Well, wait a second. What about this level right here?" Yeah, you could have taken that one too. Either one of those two would have been fine to take, and both of them are 1 to 3. So, but again, the actual true confirmed one. Actually, I guess both of them confirmed, but we typically take the farther one, which would have been the yellow zone. Your 1 to 3 is done both ways. Dollar CAD, I would say, look at this on a weekly basis. Check this out. This is why it's so important. This is that weekly call spread from the weekend. It got within 3 pips and now is retraced back up to the 50% mark. And I think we're right around the 50. Yeah, we're right around the 50% mark right now, right? Which we were kind of talking about. And again, the 50's been kind of hit once and then twice. And it's this zone right here that it's first and off of. So, um, yeah. So I would say oil continues to move. It's going to be oil is what's going to really dictate this one right now, at least till what, Tuesday, um, Sunday. Yeah, until PPI comes in. This one's probably good for a bit. Um, I don't really like anything up top. I think the next clean sell I have is all the way up here. Um, let's change this to red. Change it to white. 128.33. Um, Again, we'll remove that to stop confusing people. Pull that off. We're going to leave that level on. Um, we got our target here, target here. Hmm. Actually, you know what I should do? Let's change. I'm gonna change the 50 to black so we can see it a little bit better. There we go. Could I change? Trying to see if I could change the size of the text. I don't think I can. No. Oh well. But anyway, the 50 is the one we use the most. So let's leave that in black so it's easier to say. So yeah, we're right at the 50%. So there'll be people stepping in, looking for a reversal. I think it probably does. I think it comes back down into the 126.80. Um, Not really much on this one. I think some of the other ones are a little bit better at this point. But again, your trade would have been the new setup this morning. All right. And again, this is going to be a victim of Friday. Is what's going to really happen. Dollar Swiss. So dollar Swiss stayed within our range. I mean, our 830 time frame. It did push it up. It did rally, but we were really looking to get back up into the level of 92.66. We knew we had kind of a group of sellers coming in right there. Didn't even get to them. As I mentioned, dollar Swiss isn't as reactive to news. I kind of like this one coming down. I don't hold things over the weekend, but if you hold things over the weekend, I think this one is probably not a bad short. Like I said, not that I'm predicting right now that not that I'm predicting that Russia is going to do anything, but when Russia has crossed borders in the past, that's typically on a Saturday. So just leaving that out there. Um, not saying it's going to happen. Not starting trouble, but I'm just saying in the past when the last time when Russia crossed borders, it was on a Saturday. Um, I think Russia likes to do things when everybody's off from work, right? So we'll see. But right now we're in the middle of the range. I'm still looking for dollar Swiss anytime next week. 92.66 and 91.67 top and bottom for me is what I'm looking for. Any news based trades, if we can be around this level at news, that again 92 would be an area that I'd be willing to take a bounce from news wise. But it's only if there's news. So actually, so we don't confuse everybody, it should be this top and bottom. Okay, dollar yen. All right, so dollar yen. Had the one trade we talked about it, the 113.72 came back up, gave us the nice little Harry Potter up, and continued all the way down. And if we continue that same level across, and actually, I guess I could just draw the new level. Let's move this here, and again, it's the same trade, basically using the new zone, lower risk. Did the same exact piece as well, and this one you guys have had drawn. So again, another one that everybody should have known about for the week. And let's see, right now we're at 1 to 5, 1 to 5.5 on this one trailing. And again, let's see if we are trailing this one. Boom, boom. Yeah, this one's so far profit. I mean, it's well past at this point, but if you are trailing your stop, you got your stop here. Actually, no, your stop would be here now, right? So this one would still be trailing. So right now you are up 1.5. You're at 1.5 on this one right now. But again, same train setup. We had the drawing here. Next time we touched, again, one touch, nice push, came up from the new refined level and pushed again. So, gotta love CPI mornings. CPI go. That's like what, the sixth trade for CPI now? Tops and bottom. Again, I think the big zone here for the weekend is going to be 113.83. Bottom side 112.31. We'll continue both these across. There is kind of a couple small levels in here that I think we should talk about. There is a gap sitting right here. And again, I do love my gap levels. I don't think we're getting down there today. That would be quite a crazy day. But it is a level that we should watch out for. It was the gap from last week, right? I think that that's an important one to look at. We're sitting currently right now about 54 pips, so we're not going to probably get there today, but it is something that we can watch out for and use it as a level. Remember, gaps are a big area where there's a big imbalance in price. That's why it gapped in the first place. So, could be some potential for not only a target but a buying area next week. Today, I would say this one probably continues to drop. I would expect at 10:30 we have a little bit of profit taking coming in. It's been pretty much just straight down, so we need some profit taking coming in. And the level, if you look to the left, the level that it's kind of hitting right now. Again, buyers, 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 and then it exploded through. So we know the whole level for 113.20 to 113.10 is kind of riddled with some buyers. And again, Friday, it'll start the volatility will start to drop a little bit. The volume will start to really get low. But again, if you guys were in this one, great. Now that we're streaming on also the new platform, there'll be a lot more. You guys will be able to see setups as you follow through. So this was really the first kind of test of the. I guess it's the official test of three platforms, right? Now it's on three platforms. Phew, yeah, I'm not going to type all that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should have a. Maybe I'll send myself a message with all the links. Although, you know what? The link for this one will change every day. Yeah, I don't know how it would work then. I don't know. It's in there. All right, so that's our currencies. Like I said, there's, I think, so far 6 different trade setups from CPI that we talked about getting in beforehand. At this point, I would expect slowing down and slight reversals of all of them. What, 3, 4 pre-news based moves that were in levels that we had talked about on Thursday, and then again 2 different parabolic retracement moves. So with that said, let's jump over and look at. I guess we'll go commodities first, so we can let the rest of the indices roll out and see what we have for them. All right, so oil. Oil yesterday, we talked about it being a rather small day, and again, a whole lot of indecision. It did continue to push a little bit lower, and we talked about 70.89 was an area where we had confirmed buyers. They stepped in here, and that's literally the same zone that it went through. Gave us a little bit of a confirmation move right at that 5:30 kind of reversal time frame. Again, 5:30 is always a big one in the morning. The European session started with, again, this movement. Pulled up, base pulled back again, and then that 5:30 candle was what took us out. So right now, let's see. European started. Let's block this one off. 3 to 8:30, and change that into blue. And then let's take this and go to 4:15 or 14:13. There is the US based session. So started here, and we're barely up. Barely up. It's just retracing back to the same thing. So I think 789, it's a level, again, look for some continued basing. If we do base in here, um, again, if we do not gap up over the weekend, if we gap below, this is a decent level for a short. Okay. So what I'm kind of thinking is if price ends up, I don't know, I don't think I have a gap one. Oh, we'll just use this one. Friday, and then here. If we gap lower than this level, again, I'd be looking for a pullback to this level, and then a potential drop, down. If we close in there and vice versa, if we gap up top, again, look for this to kind of come down on basically Sunday night to Monday morning, and then US session wise have us take off in this direction. So I think this is an important level. Either one of these two kind of scenarios I'd like. If particularly we're going to close in there, that 70-75 range. Um, Again, this could be Russia, this could be China. With China's economy having some issues, that's probably why we're starting to see, ever since the Chinese data was released in CPI, we're seeing it pull back again. So I'm kind of looking for it to end here and then gap higher low, and I'll be looking to follow those in either direction. Okay. Natural gas. So natural gas. So this is the epitome of ugly. We had an area up top, we got an area down below, and we knew we were gonna have some issues. Yeah. Europeans kind of took this one and then kind of spiked back and forth. Remember, natural gas will have exposure to everything that's going on in Russia. If they do cross, watch this thing spike. This is going to be like the dollar. This is going to be like the Swiss. It will spike again because of being war, neutrality, all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah. I would say right now, natural gas. I don't know. There's going to be many natural gas traders on a Friday. I would say right now, look for it to probably pull back down again, but I'd be looking for long opportunity. I do like natural gas down at 380. I think that's much better than the $5 that it was. But I do feel that Russia is kind of a linchpin right now. With if they decide to cut off Europe, again that drives demand. We'll have to send lots of natural gas across. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't think. I mean, right now we're kind of smack in the middle. It's not really great top or bottom. Gold wise, you can see this is where gold was sitting. So gold, we were kind of again, we had a nice pull up. We were sitting a little bit lower, and again, fib wise, trying to forecast this one out. There was really nothing that was kind of matching on the left hand side. We did have again longs from 1770. That was a level we put in yesterday. Targets would have had to been up here at 1782. You can see it hit it. It drove higher at 9 o'clock, and then as soon as the retail trader stepped in, it started to drink. It started to tank. I think gold probably stagnates in this area. And again, we know what was up here. Looking to the left, you can see that this was an area where we had selling coming in, right? Sellers, and that's literally where actually it should be there. That's where the explosion is. That's kind of what we hit. So I think gold probably ends up somewhere in this range. I kind of want gold to close. I would like gold to pull back today. I would like to get long gold next week. I think 170.84 is a great level. Again, it's been hit. It's not totally fresh, right? We hit here, but the way that these sellers build up or I'm sorry, buyers build up here, you can see kind of the same scenario, right? You can see this right here. And I really, again, this is a hairy candle. These are hairy candles, right? One of those caterpillars with all the hairs on them. But overall, it's up, 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 up with all the wicks. So buyers established, buyers established, buyers established, buyers established. I mean, just buyer, 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 and then boom, it exploded forward. So I like it as a level. I don't know if we can get down there. I'm really kind of hoping it pulls back down again. But Sunday, for any swing traders, I'm looking for kind of gold to have a positive week next week. Just because, again, there's no denying that inflation is there, inflation is real, inflation is high. It's an opportunity for, again, to be able to start getting longs in, right? Again, everybody's investment vehicle is different. Gold futures traders, I think you guys have to be a little bit more careful and play that opening setup. But anybody out there that's using options, whether it be GLD or even over on the Nadex side, again, I think some of these longer term, whether again, no weekly call spreads, but maybe a knockout. We get something, to go to the top side. So I think it's some good opportunity with gold. Silver, again, I think silver is just going to be a little bit more volatile. Silver had the exact same thing. This was an easy one. Again, level of basing, drop it down to a 5 minute for pre-market news. And again, there's our confirmation pattern. Here's our 745. It came up, it based at 815. And what happened? The pre-news movement happened. The people in the know drove the price down to get it cheaper at 825. That was where we triggered. And again, off to the races. And you can see it's continuing to push higher. So for me, I think, silver has been kind of a weird one. You guys all know my opinion on this one. Wall Street Bets calling that, listen, it's going to go to 100. We're going to take down Wall Street. We're at 22. I don't think anybody at this point, none of the purported experts that were calling for 100, I don't hear anybody talking about it anymore. Like they've literally forgotten that they made those statements. I just think this is going to end up staying in the range. And, we know that 2260 been rock solid on the top, and 2150. I mean, really, 22 has been kind of a barrier, but 2150 on the other side, again, kind of the same thinking. Using these two levels right now, I mean, I guess we could draw some fibs on it. Unfortunately, I mean, look, we got to go all the way back. I mean, we're talking about this is just November at $25. So You can see how much farther we've dropped in December, and I don't think anything's going to make the situation better. So right now, I would say probably use the same level. Again, I can take all these off just to kind of keep it clean, right? 30 minute. I mean, if we're going to paint a level, we're going to say that hey, listen, there's a new level right here that we've hit, tested, launched ourselves off of. So I think we watch out for this one on Sunday night. And again, if you're getting long gold, I think looking, if silver is also in an area 2184, I think it's also a decent level to be able to kind of take this one higher. All right, let's go to the indices and let's see if let's see. Indices should be good. VIX is rising a little bit, but again, still pretty red, so that's why everything is green right now. Dollar is also kind of collapsing back down, but dollar is in an area where we could see potential reversals at 10:30 today. Again, we're getting close to that 10 minutes shy of the US reversal time, and we're driving into it with a dollar. So we'll see if a lot of these currency pairs reverse. Anyway, ES, let's drop it down to 15 minutes and let's see what this look like. Um, look at that. There's news. All right. I said it in the Nadex section when we're talking about parabolic retracements. There's our top, right? News drove us down, and boom, look at that explosion. Look at that parabolic retracement move. This has been a big one. Look at this. This is wow, 19.75, 19 and a half, right? So again, 3-to-1 parabolic reversals. Yeah, you guys rocked it out today. Hopefully you guys were able to grab this one. Look at that. That's a what? A 7-to-1 reward to risk ratio there. That's a nice one. 1 to 3 is only sitting right there. So yeah, decent, decent, decent. Let's see. It's gonna be funny. Let's see where our pullbacks were to. Look at that, 78.6. So again, any of those 50 percenters, I bet you there are some 50 percenters out there. I talk about it like it's a bike club, right? It's like the 1 percenters, right? The 50 percenters, they probably, let's see, hold on. Let's check it out. Yeah, look at that. The 50 percenters were probably like, yeah, I got in. I got in. It was a little bit shy. It was a little bit shy. And again, I guess depending on how you drew it, let's see. If I do just body, nah, body's not going to matter because it's, oh, that's not the one I wanted. Let me move that one. Here we go. Let's see if I got to move the right side. That's right. Yeah, it's only 23. So yeah, they would have had actually I guess it would be there. Yeah, see they wouldn't have done it there either. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, this would only make it worse for them. So there will be some 50 percenters like I knew that it was going to work. But again, it got close. I think I think understanding how to get into it before the move actually happens is a better opportunity than waiting for after. So again, there would have been your parabolic move. You guys know why that candle was there, right? And actually, we could have shrunk this down a bit and put it to there, which again, still entered. Um, again, there's the move. There's the correct candle. One candle base before a large explosion. I like the body shape. 15-minute chart. There's your touch, and there's your drop. So yeah, wow, this one was actually more than 1 to 10. It was a 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio. So yeah, talk about textbook parabolic retracement for the day. Now that all the retail traders are washed out of this trade at this point, 10:15 looks like it will be the reversal. I think we come back up and test this level again. I'd like to see what we're able to do coming through the top. I mean, CPI was obviously not really what we were looking for, but this is a very, very easy trap. Everybody sees this price spike. Every retail trader gets in here at 9:30, right? They get in at 9:30, it starts to spike. Yes, we're going green, and then bam, they all get stopped out, and now we're just kind of going back to where it was. So, you know, I would say I can see this one coming up a little bit higher today. Great opening trade, and again, really the news move is where you want, and again, perfect parabolic retracement trade on it. Um, I think we watch out for this level. Again, this is a super, super clean level that's tested here. Unfortunately, top wise, again, we had the small one top here. We have the one top here. This is not really the best of levels. Um, I think if anything, we're kind of focusing on 4,700 flat. 4,700 flat is sitting right there. So again, large psychological level, area of sellers that have turned it around once already. I think this is the big question: is do we get here and then do we roll back lower? Uh, Kind of an end of the day crash, not an end of the day rally, but an end of the day crash, if that makes sense. Um, but we'll see. We got to make it through that next 7 minutes and see what the 10:30 reversal. Did it go early today, or is this pullback the opportunity to take a short? And actually, you know what? Let me run fibs on that real quick. Let's see. Are they going to be stepping in? Oof, they would have had some problems already, right? They would have had some. Anybody that tried to play the retracement, their 50s got stopped out at the 61.8. So yeah, yeah, this is probably throwing some people for a loop, right? And again, go back to easy. Play the CPI, play the parabolic retracement move, and be done for the day with it. So there's your ES, but I think 46.98 is something to watch out for. NQ wise, NQ had the same exact trade, right? CPI launched this forward, parabolic retracement. And again, if you're using a level for parabolic retracement, it would have been right there. There's your hit. There's your parabolic retrace. The origin of the move actually would have been here. This would have been your profit target. And again, well beyond the 1 to 3. I wouldn't have tried to carry this one all the way back down again. But yeah, I would say things that I'd watch out for in this one. We have a level sitting up top. We've had two different shorts out of it so far. Um, we don't need this one anymore. This one, you guys remember? So I don't know if you guys saw it. I did get the alert for this one. I did not get the alert for the dollar cat alert we sent up, but I posted in the chat. I did get the alert on this one, and it did qualify as a Harry Potter trade. If you look at it on the 5 minutes, you can see that it came down base, pulled back, and went to full profit. And look at that. It literally came down and tagged our profit target, like literally to the dot. So kind of cool. I did get the alert function working, so I'm kind of happy about that. I'm gonna have to make sure I do it more. Like Google hates me. It's like you have 12,000 emails. Yeah, I know. A lot of them are alerts, and I don't delete them all, but I'm gonna have to start deleting them because now I'm getting it from two sources. So I think right now for the day, I would say probably a bit more positive on NQ. Apple is helping it out a lot. Tesla's only down a little. So Apple up 125. Again, Apple rallying. We're into this kind of all-time high territory, so there's not really any crazy shorts there, and I think this will remain positive. Tesla, it's trying. It's trying. If it can give me a little bit of a base and punch higher, again, I think NQ continues to rally for the rest of the day, or at least until we start, obviously profit taking at the end of the day. I don't really have major clean levels. I mean, this was a target level, not really something I was looking to go short from. I use it for a parabolic retracement, but that's about it. I think at this point, I mean, really, NQ looks like it's probably pretty good. Obviously, some selling again. We've already hit it once and dropped right at that level, and then we got a level just above it at 16,410. I kind of, I'm really I'm cheering for NQ. I want NQ to go higher. I want to figure out how to get short NQ next week. Um, FOMC next week, with us being at 40-year highs in CPI and inflation right now, unless Powell is completely asleep at the wheel, it's probably not going to be a very positive Wednesday. The market will start to prepare for that ahead of time. I'm thinking again, all they're going to do is start talking about how fast taper is going to be and how fast we're going to. And I'm curious. Instead of us having like a single interest rate jump, if our first one's going to be a double because inflation is so high, that's going to send us down big. So I'm really cheering for it. For this to be a great short, we need prices to get higher. I really like Monday. I'm kind of hoping over the week for the rest of today and Monday. I'm hoping we get up here. I would love to be at 16,500 before Wednesday because I definitely want to take that for a short next week. YM, same thing. YM is so close. Look at that. Unfortunately it turned. Same thing. Parabolic retracement move brought all the way back again. YM was the one that really didn't have the best setup. It didn't pull back enough and was insulated. But you knew you had to get short. I believe this one had the 5 minute. Yeah. Yeah. So on a 5 minute window, when you go through, you can say, hey, listen, there's our zone. There's a test of that zone. And then bam, at 9:45, right? I mean, really 9:30, 9:40 right here. There was your open and it retraced back to the origin of the move. So again, another very, very easy setup on this one. I had this one up on the other browser and I was looking at it as soon as I finished up with Todd. And there's your 1 to 3. So well past, again, another textbook parabolic retracement. Huge, huge CPI move, and again, a test of the top, pushing it back to the downside. So again, not much to do with it now. I would say YM is probably going to have a little bit more difficult of a day today. I think the Chinese mentions of supply problems. Again, YM is more associated with the manufacturing. We're going to see a little bit more of a runner. It's a 0.02 right now, so I mean 8 points, right? We got 5 points, 5 points, 6. So it's barely moving at all. It's kind of on life support. So, everything starts to take a negative turn. This is the weakest. I think it drops the most. Do we come all the way back down to the level here? Maybe, maybe that would be all the way down to 35,600. It's 150 points down. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, if we don't start catching buys off this level right now, being at 1030, yeah, I think we could potentially get down there. Um, Question is, does YM maintain week into early next week? Is kind of what I'm wondering. Um, hmm, that's a cool one. That's an interesting one to watch. Let's change this to the appropriate colors. There would be our targets to the downside. So, yeah, I would say people that need a reversal, we are kind of in an area right now. I like the base a little bit lower than this news base. But obviously, this is the weakest of the group. If you're looking to go long, you're not typically looking for the weakest. You're looking to take this one short. Um, hmm, how much space is in there? 88. I don't like these two candles, but I'd almost say if we could get some basing in here and a pullback to this level, look to take this one short again. Um, I don't love those two candles. I mean, literally, it's a spike down, and then basically the body is nothing. Um, mm, yeah, I was looking for more of a clear base in there. I'm wondering if we get a pullback. If again, it's rallying right now. And again, this is that question about 10:30. Is this going to be a strong rally point, or is this kind of just a fake out? Um, it may just be the pullback, the profit taking from the open. I'm curious if we get something along those lines. Whenever we break, right? When we break down, if we pull back to that level, if that becomes the new kind of Harry Potter top. So, oof. Oof, could be interesting on this one. I like I said, I like it. I think this one probably goes down. Like I said, I mean, just looking at the statistics on the day, zero point zero 0.06, it's the weakest. Everything turns negative. I think we target 36, 35.60. So, um, Russell, Russell had the same exact parabolic. Now, Russell should be Russell should be the one that is the most sensitive to it. Obviously, our target hit here, right? Our one, two, three touches hit. Number four actually drove through, and that's what we expected to break. So that's out from yesterday. We'll take that target out. Kind of the same thing, bringing it across here. This one obviously will change the colors, but there would have been the last peak that we had, right? So same parabolic retracement base move. We're going to block the entire candle there. Not, I don't need it. I mean, I could go to the body or the whole thing, but I would have used the whole thing on that one based off of the little wicks top and bottom. There's your parabolic move, guys. There's your 8:30 up. There is your news release right there. Okay. And again, area of sellers, one test, actually two tests, but this test on this candle here, you can show it on a 5 minute just a little bit better. Down, up, explosion. Parabolic move. And again, doing this the right way, there's a parabolic move. If you needed confirmation that the top was in, draw the candle, use the body. There's your confirmation at 9:40. 10 minutes after the open. Talk about an opening trap. Parabolic move up, pulls back. Opening traders step in at 9:30, drive the price higher. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody sees it going higher. 9:40 hits, collapse. So again, perfect parabolic retracement. Again, I'm gonna have to screenshot like everything today and put it in the case study section. But how about that for a parabolic retracement beyond the move? So let's go back up to a 15. Actually, that one. Let's see that. If you were trailing this one, you would have been stopped on the trail now. It would have been down here, but you should have banked on this one 1 to 5.7. Heck of a move, right? And the parabolic, right? If you didn't like the volatility before, again, right there, down, up, down, confirmation pattern short. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I'd say right now, let's see. Russell on the day, you can see Russell has just turned negative. It's overtaken the YM. It should be. It should absolutely be the weakest. Rising interest rates is going to hurt small business the most, which is the Russell. Let's go to the left. Again, this is not an area that should hold. 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. It should blow right through this. I don't need. I'll take some of these off now just to clean these up. That short went in. Let's pull those. This one blew through. All right, let's get it clean. Let's go up to 30 so I can see more data. All right, so it looks like we have a zone here with a little bit of testing. Oh, this is that funky wick. There you go, Debbie. I said it, funky. Funky. It's a potential bounce. Right now, I would say look for short targets down to there. How much space is that? It's about another 11 down. check these guys out on a 5. Could be a oops, not that one. Could be another short position in here. Again, this is the afternoon that turns us negative. Oh, yes, it's in the right spot. Oop, nope, not that one. I need a horizontal ray. Oof, look at that. The profit target is right at the 1 to 3. So yeah, yeah, I would say that this is a potential for later. Again, if we continue to see this weakness, throwing on a short here, and again, absolutely 1 to 3 is right there, just below kind of where the buyers were stepping in. What I like about this one is, again, we've had such weakness already, right? This would be a white to there. I think for any shorts, you would have a all shorts to be looking to get out here, get your profit, right? Get your profit at 2205, and then look for a base, right? Looking for a base in this level of some sort. Look for a break below and a pullback to 2200 flat. Again, 2200, the media will step in and say, oh my God, we're below 2200. Yes, we are below 2200. And then again, eventual profit targets down to 2184. So kind of a trade setup. And like I said, that would be, you know, Russell's obviously the weakest. Everything is starting to roll back to the downside at this point. VIX looks like it's accelerating a little bit. It's at 8.5. Yeah, VIX took a big spike down again. Let's see. What was the headline? Um, eh, I mean, consumer sentiment being good is high is good. Sure, that's probably what brought us higher. But oh, here you go. Russian scrambles fighter jet to accompany U.S. spy plane over the Black Sea. Okay, there we go. Knew that was stepping in. Let's see what a dollar Swiss do. Uh, yeah, yeah. On the 5 minutes. So when Russia's, what is it? What time did that happen? 9:46. 9:46 right here. 9:45. There's your news. So that's what I mean. Perfect example. And that was a nice little runner in there. That was 25 pips, right? 25 pips. Russia fighter jet Swiss strength. So that's what I'm talking about over the weekend. Like I'd be like, hey, I'd be willing to, if anything, I'd be willing to take dollar Swiss short. Yeah, there we go. So that's one bit of news. Let me see what else do we get. Really just consumer sentiment. There's nothing really. Zero Hedge talking about it. Oh, it could have been worse. Yeah, it's worse than 82. Could have been worse. Yeah, nothing else in there. So, yeah, interesting little spike in that one. In the Russell or in the VIX. And again, 946. Let me see. VIX. Here you go. 945. 945 is right here. So, yeah, how about that for scramble the fighter jets? Right? And now it's like, okay, we haven't shot missiles. Okay, we're good. So yeah, that'll jack it around. But yeah, like I said, Russell probably the weakest. Oop, I didn't want to move that. Yeah, parabolic retracement trade in. This one has offered 2 trades today already. Maybe one potential third. Again, short targets, 2205. Look for some basing in here to have a sellers showing that they're establishing themselves. Look for a pull down, so maybe an end of the day kind of crash on this one. 2200 down to 2284. Again, if we maintain and roll back up again, like say we just do this now that this is our true bottom, we just pull back and we close over here. Watch this one for next week. This could be a Monday setup as well. And like I said, I do believe the market will start trying to crash things next week. Why? FOMC on Wednesday, kind of giving us, again, we're any of the headlines, highest inflation since 1982, right? 1982. Yeah, here you go. Highest, fastest pace of inflation since 1982. They got to do something. If they don't, it's kind of like they're sleeping at the wheel. They probably were already sleeping at the wheel, but I feel like at this point, if they don't, like they gotta, everybody's in agreement. We got to control inflation, and it's not stopping. They admitted that they can't use the word transitory anymore, but the time has come. All right, so 10:38. We went a little bit late today. For those of you on the other platform, let's go ahead and do your contest giveaway for the day. So we have 6 tickets in, 10 tickets total. 7 people in, 10 tickets purchased. Let's go ahead and I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to get that last ticket in, and I will go ahead and shut it down. Eki won yesterday, so Eki is going for 50 or for 100. Everybody else is going for 25 today. Right. I know you guys have a little bit of a delay, but you guys, Briggs, Briggs has got three. Briggs is going big today. Everybody else is going kind of on the weaker side today. Ernest is asleep at the wheel. He does not have his tickets in. He'll do at least two if he sees this. He's not in yet. Did Ernest type today? Ernest has been tight. Cost of money state, yeah. So look at this. Ernest is letting somebody else win today. No Eki, no. I know everybody's like no Eki. All right, I'm gonna close it down. Ernest had his chance. Closing the giveaway down. Winner of today's drawing is he's probably doing some schooling or something. Here we go. Winner of today's drawing is look at that. Briggs. Briggs is going for 25, but Briggs, sometimes better, it's better to be right than make it a positive. You got one free, it cost you 20 pip chips and you made 25. So you were net positive on the day. Right? I don't even know where Briggs is on here. I'll have to find you later. Briggs, where are you at? Position 38. So, yeah, position 38. We will add your 25. You were 5 positive in the day, plus what you watched. So, it works. All right. With that said, I am out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much for attending today. Again, I don't know if you guys, your Nadex people, were watching it. Oh, I have to log back in again. It was 8 strike prices for that CPI release. In the short duration 8 to 10s. Okay. That's so much movement. That's why CPI is so much fun. And again, such a big thing. If you like today's CPI movement, guess what? We are due to have all the same fireworks on Tuesday when we have PPI. Because remember, PPI is the government's main reading. And what's interesting about this is it's forecast right now to be lower than it was previously. But yet we know everything is pacing higher. And we know that today's reading was also higher, both on CPI and then core came in as expected, slightly lower. But that PPI is setting up for another explosive move on Tuesday morning. So if you missed it today, make sure you catch Tuesday morning. All right. So with that said, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care.